Hey, what's going on YouTube? I know you think I'm crazy just by looking at all these tanks, but I got a couple favors before I get into today's video. If you guys could leave in the comments just what type of videos you guys want to see. Do you guys want to see long updates where I talk about all the fish? Do you want to see updates on the business and like talk about like what's going on out here, what I'm planning? Do you want me to do like a video a week and talk about like certain amount of tanks or certain type of shrimp? Just let me know what you guys are thinking, what kind of videos you want to see. But as I get into today's video, I just want to talk about a couple things that have happened in the past week, like what's going on with the building and a couple different issues I had, just so you guys can kind of follow along on this journey with me. First of all, you can see all these tanks here. They're actually my buddy Gio's tanks. And what ended up happening is earlier last week, I think it was on Tuesday, my buddy, he was 71, so he was an older guy, real big in our fish club, and you know, spent a lot of time. He helped me a lot with like the design in here and helped me put it together and different things. But he was actually murdered, which is really sad. It's kind of, you know, it's a tough one to swallow, but you know, it just is what it is. And they caught the guy that did it, so that's good. And you know, it's just a sad situation. So I have all his stuff here, and you know, we're gonna auction that off, which will be really nice for his family. But the reason I'm telling you that is not so that you feel bad for me, but it helped me discover something. I was getting this room, before I got the humidity under control, it was blowing up and the hot air was getting up in the ceiling, and then it would create moisture because it's cold out here and it's really warm in there with high humidity. So it was getting up there, and so what I ended up having to do is to get the humidity out there is you can see right here I cut a hole, and that like blows into the top part of the ceiling, and then I angled this fan to blow the air up in there and, you know, air dry it out, which worked really great. But when my buddy Gio, when all that stuff happened with him, I wanted to move all his stuff in here so I can keep it all organized. And so I came in here and I saw like, holy smokes, there's like a whole bunch of droplets. And I'm like, what is going on? And then I looked over here, and this wall was bad to begin with because they had something messed up with the gutter, and it was just water was getting in here. But you can see there's like a little bit of black mold going on. Got a little bit on the walls in here, and so I'm having to clear this whole building or this whole room out, and then spray the walls, and then paint it over and stuff like that, and really get it under control. And so a couple challenges I ran into is I have two furnaces, one here and then one back there hanging, and neither one of them would work. And so a big thing to get humidity under control is you need heat, and heat really helps it out. So I need to get those up and running. So they're actually coming tomorrow to fix those. But I have had these dehumidifiers. See, it says 90% humidity because it's absolutely ridiculous in here. But I have those running. There's one there, and then I have one over here behind this tote. And so I'm just trying to get under control. A lot of craziness going on. So it's been nuts lately. But I do want to show you a little bit of the fish room, some of the new stuff I got in. And so, yeah, the lights are on. Woo-hoo-hoo. But I'll just go over a few things. First of all, somebody really wanted me to talk about the crystal red C grade shrimp, which are down here. And these are A to C grade, so there's a lot of variation, but like you can see like this one right there. That's a really good looking C grade one. I mean, it's almost purely red with just like little hints of white, which I actually like the way these look a lot better than the normal crystal reds. And so these guys, the way it seems is they're going to be in high demand. Like a lot of people are interested in them. A lot of people want to know pricing and stuff like that. I'm going to try to keep it around $3 for these shrimp. Hopefully a little less if I can really get them breeding, because I have this tank going, and then I have this one going, which has some bigger ones in it. And so so my goal is to like keep this nice and cheap for you guys. Hopefully they pop out a lot of babies. I can get these out in the hobby, and we can really get them breeding, and you know, kind of like, I don't know, just help the hobby out, help it grow. Help get new people in it by keeping the prices down. So that's my hope. These guys will probably be, like I said, under the $3 mark. That's my goal. If they're a little bit more expensive to start off, you know, just bear with me. But so those guys are doing really good. Sorry, I keep saying I don't know why. I got a breeding colony, and these are from my buddy Gio. They were at his house. They're just regular bristle nose. There's one in there in the cave. You can't really see it. And then there's a couple in here. And then I also bought these long fin Ancistrias. They're albinos. And I got, what, I think 55 of them. I got them for a really good price. Here's all his angels. They're koi angels. And then I think those are smokies. Not 100% sure. I'm sure there's some fish people out there that can help me out with that. I did sell a ton of Java moss. As you can see, I still have a ton left. So if you guys are interested in a big bag of Java moss, let me know, and I can let you know what the pricing is. It won't be too much. I can work with you guys. Brian, shout out to him. Brian's Fish Tanks, Dolly VH. I'm actually shipping out all this Taiwan moss to him. Hopefully I gave him a good price on it. I think I did, and hopefully he'll be happy with that. So just another way, just giving back to the community, guys. That's the way we need to do it. Let me see what's new. You can see these orange Rillies. They had their babies, and they're literally everywhere, like just all over the place. The older ones really didn't do too good, just because they were so old when they were shipped to me. So they really had a hard time adjusting. I think there's maybe like 6 to 8 left. You can see one right there. Out of I mean, I think I got 18 of them. So I lost a whole bunch of them. There's one up there. But you know, it is what it is, and that's what you're gonna have. I need to get some driftwood in here. I mean, it's kind of looking bare, but this is the blue bull tank, and these guys are doing really good as well. You can see this guy almost looks like he's Snow White with a little hint of blue. Just a gorgeous shrimp. Love them. Actually, really like them. So let me see what I got going on over here. I overfed this tank, so they're not going to be happy with me. These are just corridors. I think they're, I forget. Corridors, paleo. No, not paleo. Maybe just a neat. I don't know. Sorry. I'm not real big into fish. I do like them though. Red tiger tank. These guys are doing pretty well. I had a hard time getting these guys to eat. I don't know why. They must have had a real weird diet from whoever had them before, and I had a hard time matching it. But they're doing really good. Haven't had very many deaths in here, so that's exciting. I'm excited to get those out to you guys as well. The yellows, you can just see they're everywhere. No buried yet. Really surprised, but soon. I'm hopeful. I'm very hopeful. Narrow leaf Java fern. If anyone's interested, let me know. I got a lot of it, a decent amount at least. And so I just picked that up. It's been growing for a little while, so it's hardy. Snow whites. I still don't have any that have eggs. I mean, most of the ones that did egg up, they ended up dropping them for whatever reason, and so that's kind of stinks, but is what it is. Over here, I just have random fish in these guys. These are Christmas fulus. They're gorgeous. Got the snails in here. They're everywhere. Cory tank. Oh, this is what I want to show you guys. This is a long fin. I think they call them the pepper cory, but it's Paleotis. Long fin Paleotis. And these guys are absolutely beautiful. I wish he would turn a little bit. You can see the finnage on him. There's another one. Just a beautiful finnage. A guy in our club actually breeds them. And so, well, he did. He got rid of them, which I'm really upset why he got rid of the breeders. But that's neat to say. There's one of the long fin albinos. But moving on. Oh, this is a cool thing. I actually realized that some of these are pure line. And what it means, basically how you tell what a pure line is like if you see the one right in the middle of the screen. Let me see if I can zoom in. See how it has white legs? Like that's a pure line. That one's actually buried, which is really cool. And so these guys have actually, sorry, I can't zoom back out. There we go. These guys have been breeding really well. I think there's four buried females I counted. Maybe more. I don't know. It's so hard to tell. And it's hard to keep up with this many tanks. Royal blue tank. Again, these guys are awesome. These are by far my favorite shrimp right now. Just their blue, and sometimes it's hard to see their blue as well. And how you know if they're royal blues, you take a flashlight and shine it on them, and it will actually reflect the blue. So that's really cool. There's some really good looking ones in here that you can actually tell they're pretty translucent. I think that's the right word. But again, there's a ton of buried ones in here. They're hard to see on the wood. Red Rilly tank, nothing really exciting going on there besides tons of babies. Just typical red Rillies. And what I'm actually going to do is, I'll just tell you about this, guys, now. I'm going to take, this is like random colonies, like they're just colonies of shrimp. They're high grade, they're low grade, they're all kinds of different things. A couple more are separated, but I'm going to start taking, you know, the best of the best of the best, and move them over to this rack. And then this rack will be more focused on quality and more focused on, like, you know, breeding out different lines and stuff like that. And then eventually I'll just keep moving it over, and then I'll have this rack going, and that would be awesome. And then I'm gonna build a rack along this wall. I think I'm gonna do a shipping table in here as well, just because it's so cold. And it's nice to just do it all in the same room, opposed to taking them way over there and then getting them all shipped out. What are these? The fire reds. I'm actually worried about this tank. There's a lot of snails in there, so it's kind of messing with the chemistry of the water. It's a lot of nitrates and stuff like that. And so so I need to get some assassins in there and start taking out the snail population, or at least keeping it in control, because there's just way too many. But I'm worried about this tank because there hasn't. Oh, well, it's funny I said that. I know it won't focus, but there actually is a buried female. So that's the first buried female in here, which is really cool. Exciting, actually. I didn't know there was any, so that's really cool. So thanks for experiencing that with me, everybody. So, but anyway, I did lose a lot in here because these guys were older when they were shipped, and so it's a lot harder to adjust them. Carbon Relay tank. This tank is definitely doing the best. It has the most buried females. It probably has between 10 to 15 buried females. As you can see, like, they're all over. Like, here's one right here. There's one right there. There's a whole bunch on that piece of food down in there. One right there. That's actually a fantasy blue. I know it looks black, but I like adding in different types of shrimp in here, just to, because I think carbons are the best looking when they have blue, and they're blue instead of clear, and so they're blue with a black head and a black tail, and so that's actually what I go for, and that's what I think is the better looking shrimp. And so so I add in like fantasy blues to get that blue pigment in there, and yeah, just kind of strengthen the genetics as well. There's a big old female back there. Zoom in on her. Can't really see, but yep, that's going on in there. Orange Relay tank. They're impossible to see, so it's not even worth showing. Feeder fish tank. Well, not feeder fish here, but that's what people call them. The red tiger shrimp. These guys are doing good. Had a couple dead ones in here, which kind of sucks, but hopefully they'll continue to adjust to the water and start breeding within a month or two. If you guys are interested in fish, I have red bar endlers, ton of them. Just let me know, I can just ship them out to you. Black Moscows. I have Cuyahoga cichlids, which these guys, when they grow up, they're really pretty. Then what are these ones? Red zebras. These guys are doing pretty good. And then these ones I'm going to keep on to. I'm going to hang on to. They're what are they? Banded cichlids, yeah. So really cool. Sorry, it is a super long video. Hopefully you guys stay to the end. Almost have this next rack set up. I'll show you what I got going on. So this is almost set up. Electrical box. This is kind of cool. Good thing I'm an electrician, huh? But anyway, guys, thanks for watching. Thanks for subscribing. Let me know in the comments what you guys want to see in the future, and then hopefully I'll be able to deliver that for you guys. So make it a great week, and I'll probably be doing an update later this week. Later, guys.